Please welcome Kacey Musgraves to the Nash FM studios.
Hi.
Same trailer, different park.
Hello. Yep.
New York City, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Obviously one of the best, most memorable songs of the year, Merry Go Round.
Thanks.
Are you going to perform that for us in a little bit?
I think I might.
You have a guitar in your hand.
I do.
I'm hoping you might sing.
I'm going to sing.
That song really hit home with so many people. The only thing I have to ask, is it bad to be hooked on Mary Kay? Because I kind of like it.
No. There's worse things you could probably be hooked on, so
Yeah.
I don't think that's terrible.
Where'd that song come from?
Well, I wrote it with two friends of mine, Shane McAnally and Josh Osborne, and I don't know, we were down on a writing retreat in Texas one day, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and we kind of stumbled into the whole play on words with like Mary, Mary Jane, Mary Kay, and just, talking about how people can be, we've all got our own vices and distractions and, things that we're preoccupied with. And I don't know, the song seemed to kind of like write itself really fast, and just kind of inspired by life in general and growing up in a small town.
I was going to say, written in first person, so is that something you feel like you experience?
In ways. I mean, not every bit of it is literal, for me. But, but I did grow up in a really conservative part of Texas in a really small town where everybody knew everybody. And, but I don't think you have to be from a small town to really get it, so, or hopefully anyway.
Totally relate as you sit in your cubicle every day
and
wonder what it's all about. You're asking the ultimate life question, really.
Well, I think it's just about, small town or not, I think it's just about, wanting to break out of what you're familiar with, whether you're rich or poor, or you come from a big town or a small one.
Yeah. Kacey Musgraves in studio with us talking about Merry Go Round, the song. I love the video, and
Thanks.
the footage is so original. Is that from your personal archive, or did you guys just find that?
Well, it's kind of a funny story, actually. I made the video in my kitchen one day, actually with an ex-boyfriend. Won't go there, but
longer story.
Yeah, we don't have enough time for that. But we found this vintage footage, and it seemed to kind of like really reflect the vibe of like the song. And it's funny because the footage that's in there of me, we shot literally like on an iPhone in my backyard, so it's like we didn't even really intend on it being the official music video. We were just making something to make something, and then it kind of turned into that. But it's
great and does what a video should do, which is give life to the song and take it to another place.
Thank you. I think it's just interesting because it's like you don't need like hundreds of $1,000s, to make something. But it is a funny story, though.
Kacey Musgraves going to be at the Billboard Music Awards May 19th. Some power players from country performing, you and the band Perry. Are you nervous?
Not yet. I haven't gotten that far in the future yet. But I'm excited though because, it's just going to be cool to represent country, out there.
Are there, Billboard Music Awards are all genre, are there artists that you think you might see that would freak you out, like just from growing up?
It takes kind of a lot to get me starstruck. Unless you're like Dolly Parton or Willie Nelson, I'm really kind of like, I'm like fans of people, but I don't get like starstruck really that easily. But I do love Rihanna, and she's gonna be there. Well, Riri. I don't know. I think I haven't seen the complete list of people, but Miguel, I believe, is gonna be there too, and I'm like a huge fan. I've been listening to his album kind of nonstop since it came out. So
are you one to watch the Billboard charts? Did you track Merry Go Round as it went along?
Here and there I did. It isn't really something that I like, watch very closely. Like some of my co-writers and like my producers that wrote everything with me, they I think one of them has like an hourly tracker on his phone. I'm like, calm down, please. Like but he also has like 11 songs on the chart, so it's like I can see why you'd want to watch that consistently. But actually I feel like my grandma watches it more than I do, and she'll tell me, oh, it's whatever. But I'm actually really proud because I have a song that went #1 today, and it's one that I had a hand in writing, but not one that I'm performing. So as a songwriter, it's pretty crazy to wake up and have a song up there. It's Mama's Broken Heart, performed by Miranda Lambert. Yeah.
2 seconds ago.
Crazy.
That's awesome. That's a great song. That
Thanks.
does have your vibe in it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it was written, sort of intended. I mean, every song is. It's never intended for another artist. It always starts with me, but they may take on another life somewhere down the road. But yeah, it's crazy.
Kacey Musgraves going to the Billboard Music Awards May 19th. Have you thought about what you're gonna wear?
Here and there. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of the pants person, but I'm really into navy right now. So might
look
be
for
navy.
navy.
Might be navy. Yeah, maybe throw some cowboy boots in there.
Very, very nice. I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I saw your cute little puppy on the way to the, was it Self magazine shoot the other day?
Yeah, Pearl. That's little Pearl. She's a little tripod.
She had the
three
pearls
leg.
on.
Yes,
Does she always wear pearls?
Only for special occasions. But but they're kind of like actually perfect for her. But yeah, she's a little weirdo. She's three-legged. But
I didn't know
she's
that.
fun. Yeah, I don't know if you saw in the picture, but yep, she's a tripod. But she would never know. She's like
she gets
really
around
fast,
just fine.
and she doesn't have any hang-ups about it, so that's good.
And I couldn't tell, was Letterman last night or tonight?
Letterman will air tonight. But we taped it yesterday.
How was it?
It was really fun. It was really cold in the studio. They keep it at like 48 degrees apparently. But the song went well, and like he was super nice and came over and like shook our hand and everything. So
very nice.
It was fun.
You have so many surreal moments this year, like Billboard Music Awards, like being on Letterman. But probably the biggest one for you is touring with Kenny.
Yeah. It's a huge, huge deal. I mean, I've never been on a tour that big before, so there's a lot of new things happening along with that, and there's a lot to learn there. I'm the only girl on the tour, so that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Well, I'm used to that, I mean, kind of always outnumbered, but it's okay. But yeah, Kenny's been really good to my band and crew, and it's a fun vibe out there. It's always kind of like a party vibe. So
was that a holy bleep moment when you got that call?
Pretty much. I was just like, what? I wasn't confused by the whole thing, but I was just kind of like, where did that come from? Like he heard Merry Go Round, I guess, and then through a mutual friend, like heard more songs, and then just like thought enough of me to ask me to come along. And I was just like, are you serious? Like I feel like I'm so new. Like I didn't even have a band together really at the moment, and kind of had to get things together quickly. But
did it take some adjusting to do the stadium kind of?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, granted, I'm performing so early on in the day, or earlier than Kenny. Like when obviously he's there, there's 65,000 people in it. There, everyone's there. But even still, like if the places are half filled, it's still a huge crowd for me. But yeah, it's interesting to try to do what I do, which is I feel like I could sit in this room and get my point across with my songs and just me and a guitar. So to have to reach the person in like the nosebleed section and make it understandable and relate, it's kind of you just have to do things bigger. But I don't want to change what I do too much. But
kind of good
crazy
problems to have.
No, for sure. It's just learning. I like being in different kinds of scenarios and figuring it out.
Kacey Musgraves in the Nash Studios, and you did bring your guitar. Let's talk about what's next after Merry Go Round.
There's a song, Blown Smoke, that is out, and I just made a video for it, actually. And
with your iPhone?
Not with my iPhone this time. There was actually a budget for this one. But it's really cool. It was my first like real music video, and I got to dress up and play the part of a waitress
nice.
in the video. So that'll be coming out very, very shortly, and I'm really excited about it.